Before beginning any exercises, you ought to consider your own health status and identify if you belong to a high health risk classification, e.g. diabetic, over 40 years aged and obese. It's always safer to ask your doctor to offer you a checkup and supply some advice concerning your general health status. For your own safety and to make sure that you simply exercise within the best and safest way possible, I even have developed a variety of DEAL FCS guidelines. These provide advice on eating and drinking, in reference to exercise, what time of day to exercise, basic clothing suggestions, and equipment recommendations. How to warm up and warm down correctly. How to maintain the right posture, use the proper technique, e.g. movement, strengthen and have interaction with the right muscles, e.g. to lift, position, and stabilize. The DEAL FCS offers a spread of ordinary exercise routines that employment for free of charge muscle groups and supply balanced whole body workouts. These offer you the pliability to make a decision on how long you exercise, e.g. saving time or providing very intense longer workouts, what proportion equipment you would like to shop for, and account for whether you're a beginner or more advanced. Some suggested warm-up routines also are included within the FCS, and the routines are available in both a book and clearly illustrated large wall posters. General and well-established guidelines are provided on the number of sets and reps in each workout, but to an outsized extent and within certain specified ranges. This is often hooked into your ability and particular exercise goals. One of the benefits of home-based fitness conditioning should be that you simply can design your own routines, supported your particular goals and constraints. This is often why our FCS contains a really comprehensive and illustrated exercise reference guide, in book form, and in large wall posters. Exercises are categorized by the body region trained, including an inventory of specific muscles, the sort of kit needed, and therefore the level of difficulty. The following is an example of a typical exercise routine for beginners that don't have any equipment. Perhaps I should means here that in my experience it's better to take a position in some good quality equipment. It simply makes your workouts far more effective, enjoyable, and enables you to try certain exercises that are impossible to try without this equipment. This routine consists of 12 exercises as shown in the explanation below. This routine consists of 12 exercises that are described below. In the FCS book they're fully illustrated, which makes them tons easier and quicker to know than with a necessarily long-winded description. Please note that there are certain definitions used here that aren't fully explained for the sake of brevity, but they're fully explained within the FCS book. 1. Single leg kneeling stretch. The purpose of this exercise is to elongate your hip flexors and quadriceps, that are the muscle groups that move your upper legs upwards and straighten your legs. Tight hip flexors can rotate your pelvis into an edge that results in bad posture, and tight quadriceps can cause poor walking and running motion. Kneel down on one knee and keep the opposite leg vertical but bent at 90 degrees. Slowly move your pelvis forward but keep the kneeling knee stationary. Don't allow your pelvis to rotate far away from its neutral, middle position. You'll feel a stretch within the muscles on the front of your leg and hip. 2. Single leg sitting leaning forward stretch. The purpose of this exercise is to stretch the muscles on the rear of your leg, e.g. hamstrings, and inner leg, e.g. hip adductors. Tightness in these muscles can cause an increased risk of injury when, for instance, running or kicking. Sit on the ground with one leg straightened out on the ground, diagonally to at least one side, and therefore the other leg bent vertically upright to the opposite side in order that your foot is flat on the ground. Together with your hands on the ground, either side of the straight leg slowly bends forward from the hips by pushing your chest upwards and forwards above this leg. You ought to feel a stretch within the muscles on the rear and inside your leg. 3. Single arm standing shoulder rotation stretch. This exercise is meant to stretch the muscles on the rear of the arms, e.g. triceps, and therefore the muscles on the shoulder. Tightness in these muscles can restrict the range of motion and cause muscle imbalances. Standing comfortably with both feet facing forward, hook one among your arms just behind and above the elbow of the opposite arm. Keep the hooked arm straight and pull it across your chest, slightly downwards. You'll feel a stretch within the back of your arm and on the outer side of your shoulder. 4. Single leg extension on high-low jack. This is a strength exercise for the buttock muscles, e.g. gluteus maximus, core muscles, pelvic floor group, and hamstrings. Weakness in these muscles can cause an entire range of problems from poor posture to lower back instability and lifting injuries. Kneel on the ground on high-low jack with both your upper legs and arms held vertically, i.e. at 90 degrees to the ground, and your palms flat on the floor for stability. Make sure that your back is held during a slight S-shaped position, its natural curve, your neck is in line together with your spine and your lower back and hips are horizontal. Slowly rotate one among your upper legs rearward in order that the leg is straightened out and held slightly above the peak of your hips. Don't lift or toss it more. Slowly lower it down and repeat as repeatedly as you'll with none motion of your hips. Your core muscles must be tightly engaged to try to do this. Repeat with the opposite leg. 5. Single leg lift lying on your side. This exercise is a strength for the muscles of the inner leg, the hip group. Weakness within these muscles can cause an imbalance in the leg muscles, for example, with quadriceps heads, poor running and walking patterns, ankle and knee injuries. Lie down on the ground on your side and check out to stay your hips, back, and shoulders within the vertical plane, i.e. at 90 degrees to the floor, with straightened legs. Leave the leg nearest the ground on the ground, then bend the opposite leg in order that your foot is ahead of the straight leg. Slowly raise and lower the straight leg until you'll not keep your foot flexed and horizontal. Turn over to your other side and repeat with the opposite leg. 6. Lying, supine, hip lift. This is a strength exercise for the buttock muscles, e.g. gluteus maximus, core muscles, pelvic floor group, and lower back. Weakness in these muscles can cause an entire range of problems from poor posture to lower back instability and increased injuries. Lie down on the ground on your back. Draw your knees up until your lower legs are almost vertical. Strongly engage your core muscles first, then raise your hips up slightly until your back, pelvis, and upper legs are during a line. Slowly lower and repeat until you'll not lift your hips high enough to make this line. 7. Press-ups. This is a composite strength exercise for several different muscle groups, for instance, the chest, e.g. pecs, arms, e.g. biceps, and core muscles. As a composite strength exercise, this provides all-round body strength needed for any functional task, e.g. pushing or lifting boxes. There are many various versions of this, and therefore the one that you simply choose depends on your current strength. Total beginners might need to kneel on the ground and do press-ups by rotating about their knees and bending their arms. Someone with slightly more experience can do press-ups with the body held straight and alternating feet in order that just one foot is in touch with the ground at any given time. 8. Lying prone, back extension. This is a strength exercise for the lower back muscles, e.g. lumbar spine extensors. Weakness in these muscles can cause lower back pain, back injuries, and poor posture. Lie down on the ground on your stomach. Strongly engage your core muscles first, then raise your head and shoulders slightly up until you are feeling your lower back muscles tightly engage. Don't throw your head and shoulders upwards or lift any longer than your chest off the ground. Slowly lower and repeat until you'll not raise your shoulders. 9. Crunches with legs bent at 90 degrees on a wall. This is a strength exercise for the stomach, abdominal muscles. Weakness within these muscles can cause instability in the upper body, lower back problems, and poor posture. Lie down on your back almost a wall. Position your hips in order that your feet are comfortably resting on the wall and your legs are bent at 90 degrees. Slowly lift, then lower your head and shoulders slightly off the ground whilst pulling your abdominal muscles inwards to flatten your stomach. Rest your hands either side of your head, but don't pull your head, and keep your neck in line together with your spine, i.e. don't touch your chin to your chest. Continue until it's not possible to lift your shoulders. 10. Lying, supine, trunk stretch. This is a stretch for your trunk and how to ease back muscle tension, e.g. latissimus dorsi, spinal extensors. Tension in these muscles can cause poor posture and back pain. Lie down on your back and draw your legs up in order that they're bent. Wrap both arms behind your knees whilst slowly curling up your head and buttocks in order that you form a ball. Slowly rock forwards and backward together with your arms tightly clasped behind your knees for 30 seconds or more. Only do that on a soft mat or carpet to guard your spine. 11. Standing trunk side stretch. This is a stretch for the muscles crossing the side of the trunk, e.g. obliques, deltoids. Tension and imbalances in these muscles can reduce the trunk range of motion and affect your posture. Stand in a kushti position together with your spine correctly aligned, described in my FCS book, your knees slightly bent and your feet facing forward. Place one hand on your hip and lift the opposite arm straight above your head whilst bending your trunk sideways within the vertical plane. Do not lean backward or forwards, only sideways. Hold the stretch for 30 seconds or more and repeat on the opposite side. 12. Lying, supine, spine stretch. This is an excellent stretch for relaxation generally and particularly relieving tension within the back muscles. It also helps to elongate the spine and proper posture. As with the crunches, lie on your back near a wall. Position your hips in order that your feet are resting on the wall together with your knees bent at 90 degrees. Attempt to relax your back and pull your belly button downwards, flattening your stomach, in order that you'll feel your neck and spine lengthening as they flatten against the ground. Move your arms from your side to an edge above your head on the ground and feel the way the strain changes in your back. Relax like this for a minimum of 30 seconds. This is often an excellent daily exercise that you simply can do while taking note of the TV and is extremely effective at relieving back tension built up during the day.